Hope you're really well. Just got back from a great gym session and now just starting to wind down on what has been a really good week so far. And heading into now what is going to be a great weekend as well. Just going to keep the momentum going, but also remember to just take the time just to relax and reset my mind, get it ready for the following week. But a really part of mindset which I want to tell you about and help you with is actually who you want to be and what kind of person you are right now and what kind of person you want to become. And we define that by our values and our set of values. And a value is something that it's a principle or a standard of behavior that we as an individual uphold to be important. And if you want to know what your values are, if you want to find out what they are, we just have to look to the role models in our life. We just look to our best friends. Who do we connect with? Who do we have affinity with? And the reason why it's important to know your values, who you are, and what kind of human you want to become is so that on the inside you're not conflicted and you're not confused. Because that's when we're conflicted and confused on the inside, that's when we start operating out of balance. That's when we start doing things that are inauthentic. And when we're being inauthentic, when we're not being ourselves, when we're not doing something that we should be doing, we begin to lose ourselves. And the negativity and the little voice show up more. And it becomes very hard to get control of. So this is why it's so important to know who you are and who you want to become. As I said, we do this by looking at who our role models are. Because you have a connection with them. There is something about that role model that you connect with. And it is their values that you connect with. For instance, my parents, if I look at my mum's a huge role model for me because as a person, she is so kind and caring and she just gives out so much love and it's her mission to make sure people are happy. And I see that in myself. I really care about people's feelings. I want to help people. I want to make sure that people are happy. If I look at my dad, he's really been through some tough, difficult times, and not just in moments, but event after event after event. And out of that, he has kept going. He has kept doing what he wants to do. And that's resilience. And that is one of my top values, is resilience. I cannot stop, and I will not stop, and I will not be stopped. No matter how much I get knocked back, no matter how tough things get, I will stay resilient and I will keep going. If I look outside of my family as well, biggest role model for me, Tony Robbins. One of the greatest speakers of personal development, trainers of personal development in the world. And if you don't know who Tony Robbins is, go on YouTube and just check him out because you will be blown away. I haven't even seen him live, but he has so much presence even on a screen. And he has so much impact on my life just from a screen, just from videos. And what I see in Tony Robbins is the compassion and the charisma and the power as well. He's changed millions of lives. Millions, not hundreds or thousands, millions of lives. He has improved the quality of life. And this is my mission. This is what I want to do. So I see the values I see in Tony Robbins, I see in myself. That is why I connect with him. That is why That is why he motivates me. That is why he inspires me. And overall, that is why he's a role model for me. So this is something that I teach in my, I'll be teaching in my programs is knowing your values, because I think it's so important. I think it's so important to know what kind of people we are. So as I said, you don't get confused and conflicted. So what I want you to do out of this video is just get a pen and paper, write your role models, write who you have affinity with, your best friends. What do you see in them? What do you see in them that gives you that connection with them? Because it is that specific, it's that specific thing that you connect with, that is the value, and that is what you will find in yourself. That's why we have best friends, because we're on the same page. We get each other. We know what each other thinks. And the great thing about values is nobody has the same set of values. Whilst we're all human, we're all different too. No one has the same set of values. And you're probably going, Tom, well, two people might have fun. Having fun is a value, and that might be at the top of somebody's list. That might be at the top of their value set. But for one person, fun might mean spending time with the family, going out with the kids. Whereas for another person, having fun might be going rock climbing or doing like adventure sport activities. So it's all so unique, and it's fascinating how nobody has that match. Nobody's the same. It's really great to see. So yeah, do that exercise. Get the pen and paper and just write out who the role models are, who your role models are, and specifically what is it about them that you connect with so much. And this will bring up your values. So I'll have a really good night, guys. I will see you tomorrow, where I'm going to be delivering so much more value to you. So have a really good weekend, and I'll speak to you soon.